Since I started videography 4 years ago, I never really seen any variable ND filter that was a game changer for us videographers. They all did the same thing without really making some innovation in this field. But now, thanks to the Freewell K2, I finally see something good coming out for us. And in this video, I'm gonna show you why I love this filter so much and why it's so different from the rest of the variable ND filters we have seen in the market until now. And let me tell you right away that this is probably the only and first variable ND filter I'm seeing that I can easily recommend it, even if you already have a variable ND filter that you bought in the past. And I'm talking also variable ND filters that you probably bought in 2022 and even 2023. And I have to say that pleased with the image quality I'm getting from the glass used in this filter, because the tonalities are very neutral and I don't see major problems with the diffusion filter that we are used to see with some other cheap brands. The build quality is already pretty good and there isn't much to talk about it. I even dropped it around 3 times. Sorry guys from Freewell if I did so, but I tested the durability of the filter and the filter is going pretty strong. So why is this system a game changer? Well, there are multiple reasons and I would like to start with the major one, the one that I value the most. This filter lets you change the angle of polarization in an extremely easy way. So according to the light and the position of the sun, you can change this angle of polarization to get the most dynamic range out of your sensor thanks to the polarization effect of the filter. So in case you want to intensify or reduce the amount of polarization of the footage you're filming, with this filter is going to be extremely easy. But that's not the only advantage of changing the angle of polarization. You can actually use a variable ND filter with some important vintage lenses that we weren't really able to use with. And I'm talking about lenses like the anamorphic Iskoramas or the Contax Zeiss 35-70 f3.4 or the 80-200 f4, because the front mechanical block of the lenses is rotating when you change the focus on your lens. So you're gonna see a bunch of polarization spinning around your footage when you change the focus point on those legacy lenses. So if you're going to place this variable ND filter on a lens support that will block the rotation of the variable ND filter, you can simply change the focus point of your lens without changing the angle of polarization. Next to this great control of the polarization, we also have big pieces of glasses in front of our lens that will drastically reduce the amount of vignetting caused by the cross polarization of the double polarizer filters, and that's a big plus and that's something unique I never saw in any other variable ND filter. They are a bit chunky, they are not very minimalist, but they are doing a great job in reducing this nesting effect of the cross polarization in the corners that can literally ruin your footage if you're using a wide angle or ultra wide angle lens. So this is another great plus of the Freewell K2 system.
Freewell. Rotate the polarization to find the sweet spot. I think this is good enough. So this is the Freewell at ND5, the maximum strength of ND filtration. And this is the Nisi at the maximum intensity of ND filtration, where I can adjust the level of polarization.
So who should consider this filter? As you can see, I'm filming in the shade with a blown out sky over there, and you can see that the polarization effect is really helping me to retain much more dynamic range that I would have done with a normal variable ND filter. And I can show it to you right now. You can see with a normal variable ND filter or ND filter I would have a situation like this, but thanks to this feature, look how much dynamic range I'm retaining with this filter. So is this a perfect variable ND filter? I would say that this filter is 99% close to be perfect. I would have just liked to see it priced in a more aggressive way. So if I would have seen this filter at around 300 bucks, it would be definitely a must buy for everyone. But considering that this filter is going to be sold for more than 500 bucks, then maybe you should think about it if it's the right investment for you at this moment. Also, don't forget that Freewell announced a system similar to the K2 that has a built-in matte box. So if you're going to invest such an amount of money, maybe you want to consider something more future-proof that lets you control the light that will hit the front element of your lens. But that's up to you. For example, in my case, I prefer to use something like the K2 because it's more portable and lightweight. And when you work as an indie filmmaker, you know that sometimes less is more. All in all, I consider this Freewell K2 system a very solid solution for us videographers that need good quality ND filters, that needs speed, that can be just swapping the filter from lens to lens, or just swapping the variable ND 1 to 5 to 5 to 9 in a second, or just removing and putting back the mist diffusion filter in front of our lens. This is a great solution that I can easily recommend, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.